Hello, Gary Crowley here with DoItYourselfJointPainRelief.com, and this is video 4 of 4 videos for pelvic girdle pain relief. On video 1, we released all these big muscles in your hips. Video 2, we released your lower back muscles and any tissue on your tailbone. Video 3, we did 3 stretches to help you assess how free your pelvis is, and then went back and fine-tuned with some of the ball stuff we did in video 1. And now in video 4, what we're going to do is we're going to release what I call the front of your back. So most people don't know what the front of their back is. So this is a picture of basically your belly with your intestines moved out of the way. So you're looking basically from your, it's like I'm looking at your belly button, but we moved everything out of the way except the very back layer, which is your spine. And this muscle here is called your psoas muscle. It's the filet mignon in a cow. It's a big rope of a muscle, and it runs along each side of your spine. This muscle here is called your iliacus muscle, and I believe this cut here is the porterhouse, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, these are muscles just like any other muscles, and we want them free. Otherwise, all these little yellow things, these nerves that come out of your psoas and run through your iliacus and everything, if these muscles are tight, they can be yanking on those nerves and causing you pain. So I'm going to be reaching in here, and with our hands, we're going to release that psoas. But first, we're going to find our hip bone here, and we're going to reach on the inside of that and make sure all that stuff's free. And I'll show you how to do that right now. But that is that's your psoas muscle, just in case, and that's your iliacus. Some people call it your iliopsoas. I consider them kind of two separate muscles. So, so what we're going to do is I'm going to have you basically lie on your back and with your feet flat on the floor, and I'm going to have you kind of reach around and find those hip bones, those pointy bones that are sticking straight up when you lie on your back. And if we're going to work on this side, you're going to take your opposite hand, you're going to find that point of your hip bone, and you're going to go in toward your belly button, maybe half inch or an inch, and then you're going to come back, and then you're going to press in though, so that you have some kind of nice flesh to press into. And then I'm going to take my other hand, and this hand's going to basically be busy staying straight and feeling and doing the techniques, and this hand's going to do most of the pushing and applying the pressure. So you're just going to press in here, and you're just going to be looking for some tender tissue. And if it's tender, you can do a press, pull, release, or you can do a press, hold, move by pressing on that tender spot and tucking your tailbone up and down. Now when you tuck your tailbone up and down, you don't want to use your abs. You want that psoas and that iliacus muscle here to be moving a little bit, and you'll find if you press into your feet a little bit, you can allow your abs to relax. So you're going to follow this hip bone that you're pressing down and into. You're going to go all the way down, until you kind of start running to your pubic bone, and you just release any tender stuff you have. Take your time. You don't need to go crazy digging around here really hard. But if you move it or you press, pull, release it, it should let go. They usually let go pretty quickly. And then you're going to go do the other side. So I'm going to take my opposite hand. I'm going to find that hip bone. And then I'm going to move toward my belly button. Then I'm going to press kind of about a 45-degree angle in into that soft tissue. And I tend to like this press, hold, move. It seems to, my body seems to respond well to that tucking motion while I'm pressing on that tissue, but a press, pull, release is also fine. So that's your iliacus muscle on both sides. You go down to about your pubic bone, and then you release what you can, and now we're going to do your psoas muscle. Now your psoas again runs along each side of your spine. So I'm going to take, this time I'm going to use for my psoas, I use the hand on the same side that I'm going to be working on. And you basically find your pubic bone, come up towards your head about an inch and maybe inch and a half, and then you're going to press you just to the side of your spine, just to the side of your belly button in most people, and you just want to press in there gently. You're going to be pressing through intestines, so you'll end up basically probably on one layer of intestines, and you're just going to press into that tissue. Now, it shouldn't be tender. It shouldn't be, you may notice that it's a little different when you're pressing through all kind of maybe your intestines. So you want to be gentle, but you'll feel where it's like inappropriately tender. And when it's really tight, you just, and this is especially where you can do that press hold move, because when you tuck that tailbone, that psoas muscle, that filet mignon muscle, really does move under your fingertips. But you can also gently just do a press hold move, but you got to keep your abs relaxed. And like in me right here on the right side, there's a little tension. Could just be from driving too many miles with my leg turned out as I'm pressing on the gas for too long. It could be from a lot of things. And you just go up, find those tender spots, release what you can. Then you're going to go to the other side. Again, with the psoas, I'm using the same hand on that same side. There's my pubic bone, come up about 1.5 inches toward my head, and then gently press in. And you want to go slow. You want to let those organs and things, little moves out of the way a little bit. And actually, this side's a little tight right here. So I'm just going to take a minute. Going to press, hold, move. Then I might do a little press, pull, release. Because on that little spot, because that's actually a tender little spot. And you ladies with ovaries, you got to be going slow. Don't move out of the way. And obviously, I hope it's obvious that if you're a pregnant woman, you probably shouldn't be digging around in here too much, or at all. At a certain point, you can't even get in here anyway. So keep that in mind. You always just want to be gentle in here, but these are muscles just like every other muscle. So you release them, like there, that just let go. And I was mostly just moving and pressing and not killing myself. I'm talking to you. And that releases it. So now I've released that iliacus muscle and that psoas muscle along the side of my spine. And now you just want to assess. If it was tight, you'll notice that your pelvis is a lot freer and you have more movement. But you want to assess your pain level. You want to, notice what, was one side really tight and I need to go back there and work, and how much pain relief did I get from that. And then, because we're at video four videos, now you want to go back, did video 1, how much relief did I get from video 1? Is there more work to do there? Same with video 2, how much relief did I get? Is there more work? Video 3, and now video 4. Notice where you get the best results. Notice where you still need some more work. Maybe go back and do some of those areas where you need a little more work. And then just any tender tissue that we've worked on that needs more work, you can take your time. You don't have to do it all at once. But generally, releasing any inappropriate tension in your pelvis or in the areas that affect your pelvis will only help in relieving your pain. So I want to thank you for your time. I do hope these techniques were helpful for you, and I do look forward to hearing how it goes. Thanks.